day here is right up to 24 degrees and still holding 20 degrees here right now. So you couldn't ask for a better evening. With that, I'm going to give it back to you. Everybody have a great evening. Again, thanks for being there with the Maritime Fusion Net there this evening. And again, thanks for calling me in. So we'll leave with that this evening. And yes, I had a problem with the ears, and I don't think I'm ever going to get that ever fixed up. They want to look at other things besides my ears. So I guess that's the way it's going to be. I don't pay no more attention to it. Due to that on the other parts there, on the jet part there, on 80 meter, it crackles so bad it just takes the head right off me. So anyway, that's enough yapping for me there, Mike. Take care. Again there, thanks for calling me in. VE9, Mike Tango Victor, with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-ray here in 3 Mile Plains. Have a great rest of the week there, Mike, and we'll talk to you another time. 7-3.
Yeah, very good, Curtis. Very good on everything there. Yeah, I know sometimes there's a lot of stuff going on in the world there. Either fire or wind or it's a whole bunch of stuff happening. Hopefully your merchandise didn't get damaged or lost, or hopefully it'll show up there pretty soon. And my in there this week, he's up there for training at the end of the week, I guess. So taking in there, Curtis, 7-3, and have yourself a good week. Next is Francis in Alberta, Wainwright, Alberta. There we go. Go ahead, Francis. Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa, VE9 MTV.
VE9 MTV for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FP. Here we go again. Good evening there, Mike. I knew I'd get this one frigged up again. I keep confusing and forgetting that the 3-hour difference is still there. Thanks for letting me check in early this week. I've got 2 things I got to get moving on. One of them, of course, is I've got a meeting coming up shortly, so I got to get out to that. And the other thing is we're just sort of waiting here. We're under a severe thunderstorm watch. There's apparently storm cells forming in the western part of Alberta, and they're tracking to the northeast. So I don't think I'm going to leave the gear on tonight. I think I'm going to shut things down just to be on the safe side, because sometimes when we do get a thunderstorm, we get a wicked one. Other than that, no other traffic. Thanks once again for doing the net, letting us check in early, and wishing everyone back east in the Maritimes a really great week ahead. Enjoy your weekend as well. Thanks once again, Mike, and looking forward to talk to you again soon. 7-3 for now. VE9 MTV from VA6FB in Wainwright, Alberta. 7-3.
Yeah, Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa, Francis. Yeah, very good. Yeah, hopefully you guys are not as dry as out in BC in the north there. I know my son went to Northwest Territories, Yukon, and way up to the Alaska, and way up to Tuktoyaktuk there, and he even swam in the Arctic Ocean. And he said it was about the same temperature as the Cheniac Bay here, so he thought it was going to be a lot colder, but it wasn't. But they were having plus 30 degrees there up north, which is never seen before. So, and he said lots of bugs there, and especially in the Northwest Territories there. He said, of course, there's 24-hour daylights where they're on for a long time. Thanks a lot, Francis. Have yourself a good week there. 7-3, thanks for checking in. Next is John from Halifax, Victor Echo 1 Juliet Sierra. Go ahead, John, VE9 MTV.
VE9 MTV, V1JS. Not in Halifax, about 3 hours southwest of Halifax, down on Digby Neck, a village called Sandy Cove. Anyway, thanks for calling me in. Thanks for doing the net. Nice day here today in Sandy Cove. Not too hot, not too cold. A little bit of breeze. I think the temperature got up to about 21. which is very pleasant. Anyway, other than that, just mention to people that 26th, this Saturday, is the last Saturday of the month, which means that the Fundy Club will be having its monthly breakfast at the Digby Irving. If any hams are in the Digby area on Saturday morning, we would love to see you for breakfast at the Digby Irving at 10 o'clock. Good food and lots of good chit-chat for an hour or so. We'd love to have you. If you don't know me, I'll be wearing my rock ball cap, so you'll know I'm a ham. Hi. 7-3 all. Good to hear everybody tonight. We'll look for you again next week. V9 MTV in the net, VE1JS 7-3.
Yeah, VE1 Juliet Sierra, VE9 MTV. Well, thanks, John, for the info there. I corrected your location there, Sandy Cove, so very good. The Halifax in my notes here, but I guess I'm just made a correction there. So, yeah, thanks a lot for checking in, and thanks for the invite to everybody on the air. If you're in the Digby area there, make sure you go to the Irving Beach Stop in the morning. 7-3, have a good week there. That's the bottom of that list, so we'll start with any PEI stations want to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. The controller tonight is Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. My name is Mike. Je fais la distanciation de l'île de Basse-Édouard qui venait de participer au réseau Fusion Maritime. Contrôleur ce soir est Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Mon nom est Michel. Allez-y, vous voulez taper la phonétique. Any stations from PEI, go ahead please, V9MTV. Any stations from the province of Prince Edward Island? I'm going to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead with your call sign in phonetics. Est-ce qu'il y a des stations de l'île de Basse-Édouard qui venaient de participer au réseau Fusion Maritime? Allez-y avec vos lettres d'appel de phonétique. VNF MTV, à l'écoute. Anybody from PEI, go ahead please. V9 MTV. Nothing heard. We'll go on to Nova Scotia. Any stations from Nova Scotia want to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Est-ce qu'il y a des stations de la Nouvelle-Écosse qui venaient de participer au réseau Fusion Maritime? Allez-y, les appels à phonétique. VNF MTV à l'écoute. V9 MTV standing by for Nova Scotia stations.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima, VE1 JBL.
Victor Echo 1, Golf Uniform Yankee, VE1 GUI.
Victor Echo 1, November Romeo Lima. Okay, we got 3 stations there. VE1 JBL, VE1 GUI, and VE1 November Romeo Lima. Anybody else from Nova Scotia? Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Zulu Bravo.
And we got Mike, VE1 Zulu Bravo. Top of the list, Jim, Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. Go ahead, Jim, VE9 MTV.
Yeah, very good evening, Mike, and all on the Fusion Net there. Just a quick check-in here, Mike. Thanks very much for taking the net there tonight. We'll be doing it there next week. And getting lots of done here ahead. I painted the back deck the other day. I painted the side deck here today, and we'll work on the front deck tomorrow. While the sun is out, Mike, we'll do what we can here. So, anyways, that's it from here. Have yourself a great net. Look forward to the recap afterwards. V9 MTV and the Maritime Fusion Net from VE1 JBL, Jim Open Ignish Bridge, 7-3.
Yeah, very good, Jim. Yeah, I did cut the grass this afternoon. There was nice and sunny and not too warm, so I did 3/4 of it. But I still got a little bit to do tomorrow. It's supposed to be sunny tomorrow again, so gotta take advantage, like you said. Sometimes it starts raining, you don't want to stop. So yeah, and it's just the opposite out west, so that's kind of hard. Thanks, Jim. Have yourself a good day and a good week coming up there. 7-3. Next is VE1GY. Joe, go ahead, please. V9MTV.
V9MTV, VE1GY. Golf Uniform Yankee. Good evening there, Mike. Good evening to all on frequencies here on the Maritime Fusion Net here tonight. Now, everything's pretty good here today. Wall-to-wall sunshine. I never did a whole lot myself, fooling around and doing some odds and ends, but nothing to amount to a whole lot. Although my son Guy lives across the road. He's doing some renovating to his house. So I was over there watching him for a bit, and well, the carpenters, they had to leave. There's one window on the eastern side. Of course, on this northern side, it's still all open there, and you're talking about some rain coming on the eastern part of the province here sometime during the weekend. I don't know when it's going to show up, even if it's going to. So I was over there helping patch that window that never got in. Put the plastic to it, and man, I'm telling you, and his wife over there was all mowing the grass, and the mosquitoes was numerous and ugly. The man, they sat there chewing on to you. You got to keep on swiping. So, anywho, I didn't think I was going to make it. But anyway, we got her done, so that's all that matters. Now I'm back over here. Take it away there, Mike. Thanks for calling me in. V1GY going clear.
Yeah, V1GY, VE9MTV. Yeah, very good, Joe. My son was telling me about the Northwest Territory. He said the mosquitoes and the horseflies were very hungry and very big, and they were around for 24 hours, sunshine. So, yeah, he said that was the worst territory he's seen flies. So, very good. Thanks for checking in there, Joe. Have yourself a good week. Next is VE1 November Romeo Lima. I don't have your name or your location. I have a VE1NR, which is Wayne in Fletcher's Lake, but you can come back with your name and your location there, VE1NRL. Go ahead, please, VE9MTV.
Yeah, good evening. VE1MTV, Victor Echo 1, November Romeo Lima. Yeah, the name is Norman. And, or Norm. I live in Richfield, Nova Scotia, which is quite inland, but just almost, I'm in Digby County, but almost at the county line between Digby and Yarmouth. And, yeah, I was mowing the lawn today, and I'll tell you, I'm inland. I know what it's like on the coast when it comes to mosquitoes. I come from Sluice Point, so the mosquitoes are savage there, but I'm inland, so we got other savages here. We got the black flies. So the black flies, I think they ate all the mosquitoes here. Sometimes there's a few mosquitoes, but it doesn't take long. The black flies take over. So luckily this time of year, though, the black fly season is over. It only lasts more into the spring, not so much this time of year. We don't see them now. So it's comfortable now. No flies at all, pretty much. Especially when the air gets cooler. But yeah, that's it for me tonight, I guess. Wish everyone have a good evening, and thanks for doing the net there. I'm happy to be here. I love the Fusion Net, Maritime Fusion Net. 7-3. VE1MTV, Victor Echo 1, November Romeo Lima.
Yeah, Victor Echo 1, November Romeo Lima. Norman, yeah, I think we heard you maybe 3-4 times on the net there, and yeah, now it rings a bell there, Richfield, Nova Scotia. Well, thank you very much for checking in there, Norman. A nice signal there from your location. to the Yarmouth Gateway, and nice to have you on the net there. And 7-3, have a good week. Next is Mr. Mike, VE1 Zulu Bravo. Bonsoir Mike, allez-y avec vos commentaires.
VE9, MTV, VE1 Zulu Bravo. Bonsoir Mike. And I did my 3/4 of the lawn yesterday and finished it today. And like everywhere else, it's a pretty nice day here in Oxford. And anyway, not much else to report. Just wanted to give you a check-in, and thank you for doing that. 7-3, VE1 Zulu Bravo.
Zulu Bravo V9 MTV. Yeah, very good, Mike. It was supposed to be my turn at the beginning of the month, but I was called away to Montreal, so I couldn't do the net. So I switched over with Jim. So I'll be back on the first of the month there next month. So yeah, very good. Pleasure to do the net. It's a real nice net, and actually has more participation on this net than the CQ Canada net. So that's a lot to say for the operators in the Maritimes. So thanks a lot for checking in there, Mike. 7-3, have a good week. Bottom of that list, so we're going to go with the first call out to stations for New Brunswick. Stations for New Brunswick, don't forget to give us your call sign in phonetics. And est-ce que les stations de la province du Nouveau-Brunswick aimeraient participer au réseau Fusion Maritime? Allez-y avec vos lettres d'appel phonétique. Contrôleur ce soir est Victor Leconneuf, Mike Tango Victor. Non, et Michel. Any stations for New Brunswick? Go ahead, please. VE9 MTV.
Direct Alpha.
V9, Mike Whiskey. Victor Echo 9, Alpha India, V9 AI.
Okay, kind of a slow night. We have Vern, Victor Echo 9, Victor Echo Alpha, Mike, VE9, Mike Whiskey, and Gary, Victor Echo 9, Alpha India. Anybody else from New Brunswick? Go ahead, please. I guess the nice weather is keeping people out. So go ahead, Vern, you're the top of the list. Victor Echo 9, Victor Echo Alpha, VE9 MTV.
Tango Victor. Oh boy. Wednesday night, Fusion Net Control. Good evening, Mike. Good evening to all fine, outstanding, upstanding hams on frequency. A big good evening to Mike Whiskey. You haven't heard him for quite a while, so nice to hear the melodious tones coming out of that station there tonight. Anyhow, and everybody else. Mike, we were a little late getting in here. We had a mix-up at the start, and things were going all backwards when I tried to get down to the radio here, and finally we got her straightened out, and I'm down to the radio. So all I can say is I've been riding along with you ever since. No harm done. Wasn't too long, but it was long enough. So, Mike, like I say, it's fine that you got going. You're doing a fine job as usual. And things are sounding good. Finally got my FT300 programmed for the PL tones over here. And it was basically the way I thought it was, but it wasn't. So I got mixed up after I get in one time there. I got the one done on the FT5. I got the PL tones into that good, but I got a little mixed up on the FT300. So everything's working good now, and we're definitely pleased with the end result. Outside of that, I wish everybody on frequency a good evening, a great wake-up call tomorrow. 7-3 to all, 80 East to ladies, especially the scanner listeners.
and we'll turn it back to you. Oh, thanks for doing the net, Mike. Thanks for calling me in one more time and putting up with my foolishness. Hopefully we'll be around to do aggravated airways next week. 7-3, everybody. 7-3, Mike. Bye-bye.
Yeah, VE9 VEA, VE9 MTV. Well, Vern, the net wouldn't be the same if you weren't going to be checking in. So I really appreciate your check-in and your input. We like to hear you there, Vern. So take care, stay safe, and hopefully you'll get your station working good. I have no problem in mine here. Everything. I got a 300 here in the very first note. So very good, Vern. Yourself a good day and a good week coming up there. 7-3. Next is Mike, VE9 Mike Whiskey. Go ahead, Mike. VE9 MTV.
Good evening there, Mike, and a big hi goes out to Vern there, and everybody else on the net tonight. Not much going on here. Just gonna sit here and listen to the net, and probably watch some TV later on. I like to say 73s to everybody, and 88s to all the ladies, and V9 Mike Whiskey. I'm clear.
Yeah, VE9 Mike Whiskey, VE9 MTV. Very good, Mike. Nice to see you today at the clubhouse here, and nice to have you with us for sure. So have yourself a good week there, Mike. 7-3. Next is Gary from Fredericton, VE9AI. Go ahead, Gary. VE9 MTV.
V9 MTV Net Control, VE9AI. Good evening, Mike, and everybody on frequency. Normally I'm at the car show, but they weren't having the show tonight. They were doing a little tour or something, so I decided to stay home, do other things. So anyway, I haven't been on all of them this summer because of the conflict of the car show night, but a lot of car shows have been canceled this year due to rain. It always wants to rain. There's one in Friday or Saturday just outside of town here, but now they're calling for rain, so it's been a weird summer. Anyway, not much else new or exciting, I guess, Mike. So anyway, with that, we'll say 7-3. Everybody have a great week, and thanks for doing the net, sir. Back to net control, VE9AI.
Yeah, VE9AI, VE9 MTV. Yeah, very good, Gary. Yeah, you're right there. With all this wet weather there, it's hard to get some nice weather sometimes. There, all the opposite of the West Coast for sure this year. And yeah, very good on everything there. And yeah, there's lots of stuff going on there this weekend and next weekend. There, the last 2 weekends before school, so. Lots of stuff going on. There's a big concert, country concert there in Moncton this weekend with Keith. Anyway, the big Keith Urban, I think, or whatever. There's lots of going on, and even the bluegrass concert there in Rogersville also. And next weekend, I'm not sure what's going on next weekend, but it's Labor Day weekend, so there should be something going on. So thanks, Gary, for checking in there, and 7-3, have a good week. Hey, at the bottom of that list, we're going to open up to anybody from outside the Maritime provinces that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Now's your chance. Give us your call sign in phonetics. Maintenant, on va ouvrir le réseau Fusion Maritime à tous les radiodiffurateurs hors des provinces maritimes qui veulent participer au réseau. Allez-y avec vos lettres d'appel à phonétique. Victor Leconeuf, Mike Tango Victor. Mon nom est Michel. À l'écoute. Allez-y. Anybody from outside the Maritime provinces, go ahead, please. V9MTV.
Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima.
Victor Alpha 3, Quebec, Victor.
And I have Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima. He must be out in space somewhere. And Victor Alpha 3, Quebec Victor. 9MTV.
Yeah, V9 MTV. Boys, for a guy that's down the street, you're a hard man to get a hold of. I've been trying, I think, 4 or 5 times trying to get in there. Oh, well, the way it is. Anyway, yeah, the fall is coming there, by George. I'm going to have to climb up the roof and clean my chimney pretty soon there so I can start burning wood there. Yeah, she's starting to cool off in the morning there. Anyway, you guys all have a great week. It was nice to see you at the club there, mate. You guys take care and be safe. V9 PAL.
Yeah, V9 or V9. Very good, Paul. Yeah, sometimes you get clobbered there, especially through the repeater. You don't really see what's going on. But when you're on the Wires X software, you do see if you get through or not. So that's one of the advantages of having the Wires X software, where compared to the repeater, you never know if you got through or not. Maybe the Wires X people can sort of try to remedy that somehow. Get some way of having to notice that you were trying. Good, Paul. Have yourself a good week there, 7-3. And you're right. It was cold this morning, it was about 8 degrees here. So have yourself a good week there, 7-3. Next is Victor Alpha 3, Quebec Victor. Go ahead, please. V9MTV.
VE9MTV and the net, VA3QV. Good evening from Kingston, Ontario. No real traffic for the net. I just kind of drop in to listen, see what's going on down there once a week. So this is tonight. I just listen and then just jump in quickly. Guys are having a good net. Have lots of fun. Play safe. And 7-3 to all on board. Back to you, net. VA3QV.
Yeah, Victor Alpha 3, Quebec Victor. Bob, you're a regular on the net there. I have you in my list here, so thanks a lot for checking in, and tell all your buddies to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. We're glad to have you. 7-3, have a good week. Okay, we'll go for the second round of the Maritime Provinces now. We'll start with Prince Edward Island. Anybody from PEI want to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Now's your chance. Give us your call sign in phonetics. Chez l'administration de la province de l'île Passadoire qui met de participer au réseau Fusion Maritime. Allez-y avec vos lettres d'appel à phonétique. Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Mon nom est Michel. À l'écoute. Any stations from PEI? Go ahead, please. Any stations from Prince Edward Island want to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Now's your chance. Give us a sign in phonetics. V9MTV.
BY2, Mike Golf.
And we got VY2 Mike Golf. Don't have you on my list. Don't see you. Maybe tell me your location and your name. Go ahead, please. V9MTV.
V9MTV. This is VY2 Mike Golf. I'm in Charlottetown. My name is Mike. I'm relatively new ham. I have not checked into this net previously. I'm actually portable right now, out walking the dog on a few raindrops, but I have frequently listened to this net, and this is the first time I've called in, so just wanted to give you a PEI call sign and enjoy the net. So with that, I'll pass it back to Net Control, 7-3. This is BY2 Mike Golf.
Yeah, VY2 Mike Golf. Mike, yeah, you're more than welcome to check in any time there. It's always between 7 o'clock and 8:30 on Wednesdays. But real good signal there from your portable and walking portable. So anytime you want to check in there, come on in. It's nice to have you around. So I'll mark you down as a check-in here on my list for next time I know who I'm talking to. Have yourself a good day and a good week there, Mike. Thanks for checking in. 7-3. Anybody else from PI before we move on to Nova Scotia? VE9MTV standing by. Nothing heard. Second round for stations from Nova Scotia. I want to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead with your call signing phonetics. Est-ce que les stations de Nouvelle-Écosse qui veulent participer au réseau Fusion Maritime? Allez-y avec votre appel à phonétique. V9MTV, à l'écoute. V9MTV, standing by for Nova Scotia station.
Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Delta.
I have Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Delta. Anybody else from Nova Scotia? V9MTV. I guess everybody's busy doing something else. Go ahead, Edwin. VE1 EPD, V9MTV.
VE9 MTV, VE1 EPD. I started listening to the net, but I was called out and just came back in and it's still going, so I just thought I'd make a little mark for your buck. Don't have anything for your net. It's been nice and warm all day. Down here it's sunny, so I had to take some air and stay outside and do things outside in the garden and this and that, so that was nice. VE9 MTV, VE1 EPD, 7-3.
Yeah, very good, Edwin. This is my kind of weather. Nice weather and not too warm. In the low 20s there, that's perfect weather. Thanks for checking in there, Edwin, and have yourself a good day and a good week there. 7-3. Anybody else from Nova Scotia before we move on to New Brunswick? Any stations from Nova Scotia for the second round of the Maritime Fusion Net? V9MTV standing by.
Victor Echo 1, Golf Papa.
And we have Victor Echo 1 Golf Papa, which used to be Papa something before Gordon. Go ahead, Gordon, from Smith's Cove, V9MTV.
VE9 MTV, VE1 Golf Papa. Yes, you're right, Mike. It used to be Golf Papa Foxtrot. You have a good memory there, so really nice to listen to your net tonight. I'm about to get the Fundy net going on the 2 meters here in a few minutes, but I really enjoyed listening to your net. Beautiful day down here in Smith's Cove. Lovely temperature, nice day for working outside. So thanks again for the net, Mike. Victor Echo 1 Golf Papa, 7-3.
Yeah, very good, Gordon. Yes, so I do concur that your net starts at 8 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. I'll try to remember that and try to check in if I can. I'm usually busy around that time, either on the net or... Yeah, so we'll keep that in mind. Thanks for checking in there, Gordon. Nice signal there. And have yourself a good week, 7-3. Okay, we're going to move to the second round from stations from New Brunswick. Want to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Deuxième appel pour les stations du Nouveau-Brunswick pour participer au réseau Fusion Maritime. Allez-y avec vos lettres d'appel à phonétique. VNF MTV, à l'écoute. Any station from New Brunswick. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo, VE9 OSK.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie Sierra.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo.
Victor Echo 9, Alpha Delta Victor.
Okay, very good. I have 9 Oscar Sierra Kilo, Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie Sierra, Victor 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo, and Victor Echo 9 Alpha Delta Victor. Anybody else from New Brunswick? Go ahead, please. Nothing, top of the list, VE9 OSK, Oscar, allez-y avec vos commentaires, VNFM TV.
VNF MTV, VNF Oscar Sierra Kilo. Bonsoir Michel, tout le monde sur le réseau. Fait juste de rentrer dans la maison, un petit projet. On a été travailler dessus, moi puis ADV, puis Grilled Cheese Sandwich, je vais t'en parler tout bas tantôt. Je suis fier de pouvoir t'apprendre avant la fin. 7 trees to everybody from Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo, India.
Yeah, VE9 OSK, VE9 MTV. Very good. I didn't think we were going to bring meet there, but he should have called me up there. That's right. I wouldn't be able to go out and do the net. Anyways, hopefully you get everything done okay. Thanks for checking in there, Oscar. 7-3. Have a good week. Nice to see you today also. Ross, VE9 GCS, VE9 MTV. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening, Mike, and all others on the Maritime Fusion Net VE9 MTV, VE9 GCS. Yeah, like Oscar said, he and I and JP went over to the club. We loaded that up. The only piece, as you know, the only real heavy piece is the one with the prop pitch rotator. The other pieces are pretty easy. But the three of us, you know, we had our Wheaties this morning, so we were good to go. It's been offloaded there at JP's place, and everybody's back home safe. Thanks, Mike, for running the net. 7-3, and we'll talk to you later. VE9 MTV, VE9 GCS.
Yeah, VE9 GCS, VE9 MTV. Well, very good there, Ross. Yeah. And Jean-Pierre can start working on it. Very good. Thanks for checking in there. Have yourself a good week. 7-3. Next is Dawn, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo. Go ahead, Dawn, VE9 MTV.
Victor Echo 9 MTV. This is Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo. Good evening, Mike, and I must say hi. Good evening to OSK and Ross going out the door ahead of me, and JP coming up the rear here in a sec. Anyway, Mike, no real traffic. Just check in and say hi in the middle of the week, hump day. So I hope everybody's had a great week so far and has a safe and good rest of the week. So with that, Mike, I'll give it back to you. Victor Echo 9 MTV. This is Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo. Thanks, Mike, for doing the net and, of course, calling me in.
Yeah, VE9 COB, VE9 MTV. Well, very good, Don. Very good audio there to the Mountain Fusion repeater also. Thanks for checking in. Good signal, and have yourself a good week there. 7-3. Prochain, c'est Victor Echo 9, Alpha Delta Victor, VE9 ADV. Jean-Pierre, allez-y avec vos commentaires. Go ahead with your any comments, sir, Jean-Pierre, V9MTV.
Victor Equinef, Mike Tango, Victor Equinef, Alpha Delta Victor. Salut, Mike. Hello to Don, Ross, and Oscar there. And yeah, I'd like to give a big thanks to Ross. And yeah, he was right. We needed a third person to lift up that section with the rotator on it. It's heavy. Anyways, so I'm glad that Oscar came over with that extra muscle there to help out. Anyways, we made it home and in one piece and unloaded it, and with the mosquitoes in the backyard tonight, holy God, it was bad. Anyways, it is all done, and I'm glad to check in on the net here, and looks like you had a good net here going on for almost an hour in the middle of summer. That's good. Thanks, Mike, and thanks again, Ross and Oscar, and hello to Don. 7312 VE9ADV will be clear.
Yeah, very good, Jean-Pierre. I'm glad you got everything done there, and at least it's close to you now, so we can work on it. That's a good thing. Thanks for checking in there, 7-3. Have a good week. Hey, bottom of that list, Jean-Pierre was number 23, checking, including myself. So anybody else from anywhere who want to partake in the Maritime Fusion Net, now's your chance to check in. Est-ce que des stations de Neptune, planète Terre, sur l'espace, sous l'eau, vous entendre mon signal? Allez-y avec vos appels phonétiques pour le réseau Fusion Maritime. Contrôleur c'est Michel, V9MTV. Anybody from anywhere, go ahead please, V9MTV.
Victor Echo 1, Zulu, X-ray, V1ZX.
Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet.
Victor Alpha 1, Charlie Alpha Mike.
Okay, I have Victor Echo 1 Zulu X-ray, Brad, Victor Echo 1 Romeo Mike Juliet, Rob, and Victor Alpha 1 Charlie Alpha Mike. Anybody else from anywhere? Go ahead.
Victor Echo 3, Sierra Uniform Delta.
And I have, I think it's Victor Alpha 3 Sierra Uniform Delta. Is that correct?
No, it's Victor Echo 3 Sierra Uniform Delta.
Okay, we got you now, VE3SUD. Okay, very good. We'll go to the top of the list there. Brad, Victor 1 Zulu X-ray. Go ahead, Brad. V9MTV.
V9MTV, V1 Zulu X-ray. Very good evening, Mike. Very good evening on everybody on the frequency here. And good evening to Rob there and Chris. And Mike, you're showing up as 8,021 kilometers from me here, so either something on this end or something on your end, but when you transmit, that's what comes up here. Thanks, Mike, for doing the net. Thanks for checking me in. Have a good evening. VE9MTV, VE1 Zulu X-ray, Brad, and 2 Island Petersburg.
Yeah, VE1 Zulu X-ray, VE9MTV. I did notice that, but I'm not sure. My location seems to be all right, and the wires X, maybe it's my radio that's off. I'll have to check that there, Brad. I did notice it when I was 8,110 kilometers. But you were bang on, or you were 93 kilometers, something like that. So you're probably about that way. So very good. Thanks for the update there, and have yourself a good week there, Brad. 7-3. Next is Robert with his old call sign, Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet. Go ahead, Robert, VG9 MTV.
VE9 MTV, VE1 Romeo Mike Juliet. A good evening to you, Mike and Brad, and all those on frequency. Well, I'm using my other handheld here that I normally stream the live stream through, because my FT5 is on vacation right now. It's not here right now. Anyway, yeah, your location in here in the Wires X software is just coming up. Your lat and long is just all zeros, so I guess you got no position going on there. Just thought I'd pass that along. Anyway, sound like a great net. Hope everybody has a great evening in 7-3. V9 MTV, VE1 Romeo Mike Juliet.
Yeah, okay, Rob. Very good, yeah. I noticed that position is 000 and east, so I don't know why. I'll have to check the position there. Okay, very good, Rob. I see you coming into the V1CA-Node 2, so thanks for checking in there, and have yourself a good day and a good week coming up there. I'll have to check that there. That position there, for some reason, it's off. Next on the list is Victor Alpha 1, Charlie Alpha Mike. Don't have a name or location, so come back with your information. VG9 MTV.
This is Victor Alpha 1, Charlie Alpha Mike. This is Chris here at the Lower 5 Islands. This is the first time I'm checking in here on your net, and I really appreciate you doing the net, and glad to listen to all you guys.
Hey, Chris, you said Lower 5 Islands, over?
Yes, that's right, Lower 5 Islands, Nova Scotia, down here in Moose River, Lower 5 Islands, depending on if you know the area or not. That's where I'm at here. I'm not too far, about 4 kilometers as the bird flies from Brad.
Yeah, okay, very good, yeah. Lower 5 Islands it is, yeah, very good. Thanks for checking in there, and I'm not sure. I think it's the first time I'm not sure if you did check in before or not. But yeah, glad to have you aboard, and have yourself a good day and a good week coming up there. 7-3. Very good. Next on the list is Victor Echo 3 Sierra Uniform Delta, and I don't have a name or location for you also. Please come back with your information and any comments for the net. VG9 MTV.
All right, hello, this is Rob, Victor Echo 3 Sierra Uniform Delta, and from Sudbury, Ontario, and glad to hear everyone on it tonight, and well, thanks for doing the net, and I'm really enjoying here, and my wife is sitting here. So we're enjoying the net here together. Anyway, back to you, Mike.
Very good. VE3 SUD, VE9 MTV. Yeah, Rob, very good. Where my son is living in, and his wife is living in Espanola, which is Augury. We went there last summer. Last year, so it's kind of nice there, and yeah, very good location there, and those big stacks there in Sudbury there sort of impressed me there. It would be a good place to put a ham radio antenna up there. Would have good coverage for sure. Thanks for checking in there, Rob, and have yourself a good day and a good week there. 7-3. Well, Rob was number 27 on the list. Anybody else want to join into the CQ Maritime room? CQ Maritime room 60207 for the Maritime Fusion Net. Anybody else from anywhere want to check in, go ahead with your call sign in phonetics. Est-ce que les autres stations de Neptune qui aimeraient de participer au réseau Fusion Maritime, allez-y avec vos appels de phonétique. VNF MTV, à l'écoute. Go ahead, anybody from anywhere.
Victor Echo 1, Whiskey Indian November.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Whiskey. Golf Sierra Bravo.
And I have Victor Echo 1, Whiskey India November, Peter, Victor Echo 1, Juliet Whiskey, Eric, and Victor Echo 9, Golf Sierra Bravo, Gary. Anybody else? Go ahead, V9MTV. And I have VE3OGF, no audio, but I got the call sign on the screen. Okay, back to the top of the list, Peter, Victor Echo 1, Whiskey India November. Go ahead, please, V9MTV.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. No traffic with an end. Just down here in Nova Scotia, back home for a little bit, and then back up to Clyde next week. So everybody have a great week. Talk to you all then. Bye-bye.
Okay, very good, Peter. Thanks for checking into the net. Have yourself a good day and a good week there, 7-3. Next is Eric, VE1, Juliet Whiskey, TV.
Yeah, good evening, Mike, and everybody on the net. We missed most of the net. We were trying to listen, but didn't hear a very good reception. Was out the house store today and had another couple with us. Went out for a day and a little run around and had a picnic lunch, and then went out and roamed around some more and come back to another little place and had supper and then worked our way home. Dropped them off about 7:15 out in Springfield Way or up to the lake, and then we worked our way home and couldn't quite get in it. Not strong enough for Kent Fulham. My note has got very limited coverage here at the house. I got it on UHF outside, but it's got only a few kilometers from the house, so the range is a little limited. So anyway, we just get in. I thought, well, we'll catch up on the tail end. So I've only been listening for 10 minutes or so, but it sounds like you had a good net. So you're checking in to say good evening, P1JW.
Yeah, V1 JW, V9MTV. Well, you got a good signal that time. So thanks for checking in there, Eric, and have yourself a good day and a good week. 7-3. Next is Gary, Victor Echo 9, Golf Sierra Bravo. Go ahead, Gary, V9MTV.
Hi, Mike. Hi, everyone on the Maritime Fusion Net. I don't know how good I'm coming in, but, well, it's Fusion, so I'm either making it or I'm not. I'm coming in on VE1AEH. That's, I just come in and turned my radio on and was scanning and stopped theirs, and I heard you with the net. Anyway, I was out feeding the mosquitoes. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. There you go. Back to you, Mike, 730.
Yeah, very good, Gary. You must have some good blood. That's why they get after you. Yeah, good signal there coming through the AEF. No problem at all. No breakups at all. Good audio and good signal. Thanks for checking in there, Gary. Have yourself a good day and a good week. 7-3. Next is Victor Echo 3, Oscar Golf Foxtrot. I know you're already checked in, but I don't have your name or location. So come back with that information and any comments for the net. Go ahead, please. V9MTV. Victor Echo 3 Oscar Golf Foxtrot. Victor Echo 3 Oscar Golf Foxtrot. VE9 MTV. Oh, guess we lost. Anybody else for the Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead, please. V9 MTV, standing by. Je fais les 12 stations pour le réseau Fusion Maritime. Allez-y avec vos lettres d'appel. VNF MTV. À l'écoute. V9 MTV, standing by for more stations from it. The second last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Deuxième dernier appel pour le réseau Fusion Maritime du 23 août 2023. Deuxième dernier appel. Second last call for the Maritime Fusion Net, 23rd of August 2023. V9 MTV standing by. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Dernier appel, réseau Fusion Maritime. Dernier appel, réseau Fusion Maritime. Des stations de sur la planète Terre. Any station from anywhere across the Earth. Now's your chance, last call. V9 MTV standing by. Third, I'm going to try Victor Echo 3 Oscar Golf Foxtrot. Are you still around? I have you in my log, but you didn't come back. Victor Echo 3 Oscar Golf Foxtrot. Go ahead, please. VE9 MTV. Well, we're going to be closing the net at 23:10, 11:10 UTC, or 8:11 local time. Thanks everybody for checking in. We had 30 stations called in. Stand by, please. We'll be back in a sec. V9 MTV back. We had 30 stations check in tonight. We'd like to thank all the amateurs for checking in tonight. Also like to thank all the owners of repeaters and the nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hands to check in. Il y avait 30 stations, incluant moi-même, qui ont participé au réseau ce soir. On aimerait remercier tous les amateurs qui ont participé. Aussi, on aimerait également remercier les propriétaires des répéteurs et des stations digitales et personnelles qui se sont joints au réseau pour permettre une plus grande couverture du territoire, pour permettre à plus de stations de rejoindre. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton and Area Amateur Radio Club website, Whiskey.Mike Alpha Alpha Romeo Charlie .Charlie Alpha, and click on the club activities /nets. I'll repeat, the website is Whiskey.Mike Alpha Alpha Romeo Charlie .ca, and click on club activities /nets. Pour plus d'informations sur les réseaux Fusion Maritime, allez au site web du Club de radioamateurs de Moncton. MAARC au site web www.mikealpha.charliealpha et après sur la Club Activité, /net. Je répète le site web, c'est whisky-whiskey-whiskey.mikealpha-alpha-romeo-charlie.ca et appuyez sur la touche Club Activité, /net. Now that the net has concluded, the repeaters are now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor, signing off. Thank you for joining us for the net. Good night. Good night all. 7-3. Maintenant que le réseau est terminé, les répéteurs sont ouverts pour l'usage général. Ceci est Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Merci d'avoir participé au réseau ce soir. Bonsoir à tout le monde. Terminé. 2013. V9 MTV clear.
As usual, Mike.